Hello and welcome to Blockleaders.io with me, Gillian Gott. So today I am delighted to have as my guest Jordan Lyall, who is the product lead in DeFi for ConsenSys. But that's not why we're talking to you. Sure, it's not. No. I think you've gone from being perhaps, I wouldn't say unknown. I didn't know you, but I wouldn't say unknown. I would say you've obviously, with your Hello Santa products and a few other products that you have as well, and stuff work that you've done. You have a profile in the industry, but now I think you're a bit famous. And it's all kind of
somehow accidentally famous.
That's the best kind. I'm actually an accidental activist. I'll bore you about some other time too as well. That's the best kind of thing to be. You kind of fall into it and you go, oh. So you work in DeFi. You are very well established in there. You've worked in consumers and products and startups. You have a lot of experience, Jordan. And in the beginning with DeFi, you were just kind of poking fun a bit, weren't you? Saying this is all a bit risible.
Yeah, well, like you said, I'm a DeFi product guy. I work at ConsenSys, and my job is to build DeFi products. So I'm deep in this space, and it's pretty exciting that last couple of years we've been building away on DeFi and DeFi products and infrastructure and apps and dApps, and then here in the last few months, DeFi really starting to pick up traction. So it all started with kind of commentary on the craziness of DeFi. This happened right after the YAM project. And I like those guys. It wasn't like mocking in any way. It was more just like making fun of us as a group. Like, what are we doing? This is crazy. Based and Curve project was, deployed by some random guy on Twitter. So it was kind of poking fun at all that. I made this mock-up of a product called the Degenerator. And it was just this fake product of an idea where you could create a DeFi protocol in under 5 minutes. Couple button clicks, boom, you're done, you're live on mainnet. So it was just kind of a joke, but it kind of took off virally. 250,000 impressions later on Twitter. It was just kind of insane. It turned into, I opened up this Telegram community group that I thought, hey, we can get some people that are into DeFi, that get the joke. Some of my buddies, we can just chat in there. But it just kind of spiraled out of control. Someone created a token. Let's call it the meme project, and that's how the meme project kind of got jump started. So aside from making that first joke, setting up the Telegram group, for a while I was just watching it happen, and this token just kind of took off. It was just a joke. It was just a meme. But after the dust kind of settled, a few of us decided, hey, there's something here, right? This is special. Let's build a product around it. So that's what we ended up doing.
So the initial launch of it, did it take about half an hour for it to get legs?
Yeah, it literally was minutes, and not hours. Posted a tweet, immediately people engaged with it. And then I would say about an hour after the original tweet, as the numbers kept climbing, the number of retweets, I was like, man, I gotta do something with this momentum. I can't waste it. What do I do? That's when I decided to send everybody to a Telegram group.
So you came back into the project and there is something here, because what you had built almost, over several hours, or whatever, was a very active community.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Active community.
We spend so much time and effort and money at ConsenSys and a lot of these other projects in just trying to manufacture community and build a brand and wrap that around a product. But we kind of flipped that serendipitously with the meme project, where it was start with the meme, then we have this raging community, and then it's like, hey, we should probably build a product. So it was kind of flipped on its head.
And some of the things that I think the followers really liked was the don't buy, do not buy, this is a scam. So that was kind of an interesting, I think, what caught people's attention, that you were not shilling this product at all. It was growing organically.
It was an organic, it really was an organic kind of creation. And one of the early things was I was there were a lot of anonymous people in this group. I was doxxed. My name was front and center. I'm trying to maintain a personal brand. I represent ConsenSys in some respects, so I wanted to be careful that this didn't end up going into pump and dump territory. So for a while I was like, I'm staying away. I want to watch out because I am not anonymous. And then so as this thing got, in the very early minutes of this project, we were there was nothing there, right? It was just a joke. Hey, what if we could be the Doge? Remember Doge? That's
I
still
love
very,
Doge.
very
Doge is my
thriving
favorite.
project. What if we were the Doge of DeFi? So that was kind of the thing. We're just a joke. We're just a meme. But then just people kept buying this token, and some people were shilling it in other groups. Some people were shilling it on Twitter. That's what kind of happens. You buy low, you shill, you dump. Pumping, that's a definition of pump and dump. And that's when I was like, hey, wait, let's not shill. Let's be anti-shill. Let's be overt. Let's be let's be explicit that this is not anything you should be investing in.
Yes.
So I was telling people, like I even mentioned on Twitter, and you can check it out, like, you guys know this is satire, right? Like, and my line in the one of the first blogs to cover us in the Decrypt project blog was in poking fun at the craziness of DeFi, I went and created something, that I originally intended to destroy. So it was kind of like, this was the whole point, was not to do this, and we're going and doing this. So I tried to flip it around. Someone said, yeah, guys, you probably shouldn't buy this token. And then I overtly stamped it and said, don't buy meme, hashtag don't buy meme. I went and registered don'tbuymeme.com. And this is our meme. This is the thing. And people didn't listen. They kept buying.
I'm glad. So it was like a flash mob almost that sort of got it up and going. And part of it too as well, you have a citadel for some of the original holders. And plus you gave tokens to Vitalik. So tell me about the Citadel, and then tell me, has Vitalik come back to you?
Well, the Citadel, it's kind of another meme because there are a number of projects that kind of have this concept. It's the Citadel. It's this palace where it's exclusive access, and only the largest token holders can have access. So it's this really cool Telegram bot called collab.land. And it's really cool. It allows you to connect it to a Telegram group or Discord or any old forum, and ensure access to only people that hold a specific token, or only access to people who hold a specific NFT or a certain quantity of tokens. So pretty early on, we were able to kind of gate this VIP Telegram group to just people that held 100 tokens, 100 meme tokens. And that, at the time, it was a very low barrier to entry. The original airdrop was 355. So all the airdrop holders could get in. A bunch of people that bought in early could get into the Citadel. It topped out at the peak. It topped about 100 people. So it was saying, hey, we're gonna be a part of this. It became kind of our DAO. Right now it's around 50 or so, but it's people that are holding. And now at the current price, I mean, you can do the math.
Yeah, because it's almost $1,000 now, which is
$1,000, so 50,000, or sorry, 100 tokens at $100,000 per unique individual to be in the Citadel. And it's people that are just saying, that are kind of voting with their tokens and saying, hey, we're not going to sell. We're going to lock up our assets to be part of this thing. So a big percentage of the circulating supply is locked up into the DAO, essentially. It's still not on chain, so we're working on doing some things to lock that in. But it's another just bullish signal that hey, there are enough motivated people to continue pushing this thing forward.
And has Vitalik come back to you? Has he replied to the tokens that he got?
So that's kind of a meme too, is that a lot of projects now, instead of burning the tokens, so what we did when we sent him tokens, we actually sent him LP tokens, so Uniswap liquidity shares, and the anonymous person that originally created these contracts, did the airdrop, deployed on Uniswap a bunch of liquidity, took a big portion of the LP tokens and sent them to Vitalik's wallet. It's kind of a meme now. It's just like a proof of decentralization or proof of fairness that, hey, we're not going to rug pull. We just sent a bunch. We can't touch them. They're Vitalik's now. So technically, if Vitalik still has access to that wallet, he can go in and grab it. I'm sure there's millions of dollars in there now because a lot of teams are just sending him assets.
Probably needs it though. He probably
You're
needs
right.
it.
Yeah. So it's part of the meme. It's part of the meme lore, which
Yeah.
is richer and richer as we go.
So then tell me then, NFTs and art, how did that come about?
Another great question, because that was not part of my original joke tweet, right? That's something that kind of came up in the community. As I mentioned, is when the dust settled, it was like, okay, we know we're the Doge of DeFi. We know we want to be the meme token for DeFi. What does that mean exactly? And so the thought was, I was thinking, well, DeFi is known for its composability. So we can't just be a token, right? We have to be composable. We have to start building stuff and hook into other projects and be a Lego brick, money Lego brick, as is another meme in DeFi that gets plugged into other platforms. So we were pretty intentional about building something to kind of play along with the DeFi ecosystem. Excuse me. So we had a bunch of ideas. Everybody, again, this was dozens and dozens of people in the early days pitching ideas. Hey, what do we work on? There's only a handful of developers. So ultimately it was, who can convince the developers what to work on? And, most of the community was investors and traders in different backgrounds. And me being the DeFi product person, I wanted to get involved and lend my skill and lend my value, right? So yeah, a couple engineers started working on this idea that popped up, which is, hey, yield farming is a big deal. This is right in the mix of YAM and all these things before the food coin mania. So it feels like a while ago, but this was literally only like 5 weeks ago.
A lifetime.
But it was before pasta and sushi and all these things. But we said, hey, yield farming is big. What's an unexplored vertical? Well, NFTs are awesome. We've never seen the ability to mine NFTs. What if we mix the two together? So it was really just, again, serendipitous. All these things are kind of happening in this magical moment by moment. And that was basically it. How would you mint NFTs with yield farming? How would you merge that? So the two engineers that did a bulk of the work of that first version just went and ran with it. And I kind of helped manage the project, manage the product, and lent some of my advice. But a lot of it was just them running things. And they just did an amazing job. Some of the best engineers that I've ever worked with, a long history of working with talented engineers, and they were able to just build something within 10 days. They have clients, they have businesses, they paused their client work to focus on this. And it was amazing. 10 days after my original tweet, we have a live mainnet product working on Ethereum that pioneered NFT farming. It's pretty insane.
It is insane. Are you an artist, Jordan?
No, I wouldn't consider myself an artist. I like to dabble in design and things like that, but
Okay.
myself, I'm not an artist.
Okay. Well, I often argue you don't have to be like a full-time artist to be an artist. If you doodle, if you draw, if you dabble, you are.
Yeah.
And then your first Genesis collection was Sven Eberwein. Am I getting that right? A Swedish digital artist.
Close. Sven was our first exclusive artist drop. So prior to Sven, we were working on these collectible cards.
Oh, I saw them. Yeah.
The cartooning, characters of some of the top, people in crypto, top personalities. So we did a few batches with that. The artist's name is Rektme, Rektme. That's his handle. He's amazing. He's great, and it's been awesome working with him. And then kind of one thing led to another, where we were connected with Sven and said, hey, we have something here that's more than just this trading card game that's eventually coming, right? That's more for the DeFi crowd. What if we took a hard left or a slight veer in the opposite direction? And we said, what if we angle more towards the NFT art community and these collectors and these fine art people? So that was something I was really pushing for. We met with Sven, who's an amazing digital artist. He was game. He was on board. He was willing to do work for us for free. It was amazing, and it was great to work with him. and kind of say, hey, you guys know us for the small community, small people, and small group of people in DeFi. Hey, you guys know us for these silly cards making fun of Vitalik and Hayden and Sushi Chef. Well, we're gonna surprise you and do something that's like really cool on like the super rare or rareable or nifty gateway side of the NFT space. So that was really cool working with Sven, and we just launched that on Friday. So just a few days ago, and again, people just took off and ran with it. Really
wow.
fun.
And I was reading some of the stuff. So how do you actually mine it? So you have to buy the meme. Is it 5 memes you have to buy now and
The
stake
maximum
them?
is 5 meme.
Or the maximum?
Yeah,
Okay, because it's kind of expensive now.
It's kind of expensive. We did not count on $1,000 token.
No, it's kind of scary.
What we did originally is, yeah, a minimum of 1 meme. When it was built, again, it was 2 figures. A minimum of 1 token, a maximum of 5. The reason we put the cap of 5 is so that all the whales don't come in and just mint up all the tokens. This whole thing has been very experimental. What would happen if we do this? And that's kind of leading our product strategy is just thinking of cool things and experimenting. That's kind of always been my product philosophy. So it was really that. It was just an experiment, but we wanted to keep it low, down to 5, so that it was kind of fair and it would allow the smaller fish. But now when you look at and like the minimum is $900 or $1,000 to just play our game, that's kind of tough, especially as we want to kind of reach out to the average user. And my long-term vision is like this will lead the charge towards onboarding billions of people to DeFi. So that's my long-term vision. But we have to be a little bit more accessible for now. So
we're almost like you're victims of your success.
There you go.
Yeah, you just kind of, who would have thought, even the accidental DeFier creator, memer. Because like 922, because when I looked at the video that's how I first discovered that I want to talk to you. I looked at Robin Schmidt's video on the Defiant, and it was about 149 then or something like that, which is reasonable. And then today, only a few weeks later, it's 922, which is absolutely phenomenal. So the future, do you think then, you obviously, you're working, so you're going to make it fair, so you can't, those minimum thresholds it's too much for ordinary people to get in. You want to onboard loads of people onto DeFi, which is wonderful. And is art, are you going to stop at art, or you're going to keep on pegging away different ideas, or do you think the meme will stay with the art?
That's a really great question. That's something that I'm thinking about as well. I think there's a chance to do everything, and that's part of why this space is so exciting, is that there's so many unexplored avenues. I think there's something really, really cool here with art. So I would hate to muddy it up with say, oh, now you can go over here and get, NFT insurance, or now you can go over here and get access to real world ownership. So get like, concert tickets. All those things could work. It's really just, I mean, this thing is so community focused. So I even have a hard time saying that it's up to me, because it's not. I'm leading things on the product side, but again, the Citadel and the community at large, we want, I prefer this to be community driven. So if a big chunk of the community says, hey, let's go do this, then
have you had a fork already?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a fork already?
Yeah, ironically, in the first few days, so this is before product, first few days, there was a contentious hard fork. Again, there's so many inside jokes and things I could tell you that we would be here all day. But yeah, there was a fork early on of people that didn't like the direction that it was going, and they wanted to kind of create their own community, and they did. And they lasted a little while, but I think they kind of fizzled out.
Okay.
A couple other cool things, just only in crypto, right? There was, in the early days, I want to say it was within the first several hours, someone bought a pizza with 1 meme. So that's like the classic Bitcoin meme, right?
Yeah,
someone
26th of March, whatever.
Yeah, for 10,000 Bitcoin or whatever.
Well, even today, that cost them $1,000 to buy 1 pizza. That's like in a couple of weeks.
At the time, it was a $20, two pizzas for $20 or something like that. At the time, it was a meme. It was amazing. It was great. Of course, it was a pineapple pizza. But you're right, yeah. And now it's a very expensive pizza. Not quite as expensive as the Bitcoin pizza, but.
I actually had pineapple pizza on Saturday. I don't like pineapple pizza at all, but I actually had it because I was at a function, socially distanced, of course. But there were pizzas were brought out and they had pineapple on them. It's kind of weird. I would never have pineapple.
Suddenly obsessed with pineapples. I don't know if you can see.
You'll have to get, you know, the gold ones you get in home decor shops. They always have these gold pineapples. Yeah, and I joined your Telegram group. And
great, welcome. Hopefully they didn't scare you off. It's crazy bunch.
Well, they had some interesting. They had a pineapple that wasn't a pineapple. That was a male appendage. I know the kids. They're at it again. And there was a young lady about to eat the pineapple.
Okay.
Dear, that was funny.
I think we need some moderators,
some admins to say this isn't. Well, unless you have both sides, I'm all for, you know, equality. If you have something similar, but maybe with anyway, yes, that's how messy. So it's a fantastic project. I'm really impressed. I love it because, do you know, when I first got into crypto, one of the first stories I heard about was the Dogecoin.
Yeah.
But the Dogecoin, it blows my mind because I'm into horses here, and I'm going, could I get a horse coin? Could I get a horse coin? I haven't managed to do it yet. Maybe I'll talk to you offline. But this meme stuff, it's just. It's what I love. I mean, I love crypto for two reasons. I love it for three reasons, but there's two main reasons I love it. One is I love the ethos in crypto, that it is for helping people. There is forget the to the moon. I know we're in DeFi now, whatever. But I do genuinely love the fact that people want to help other people and create products and stuff that's going to help people. And I just love that. Really, as an accidental activist, that appeals to me. But I also love the craziness of it. I just love this space, and it's just my brain hurts. Especially with DeFi, the last little while, watching DeFi, my brain has been hurting quite extensively. And it's probably the reason, as I say, why you're so tired at the moment. And you look actually a little bit as if you might want to lie down.
I'm a little tired. It's early California time.
Yeah, it is actually, isn't it?
But yeah, to your point, it's so much fun. And I've been in crypto since 2013, been working full-time on Ethereum since 2017. And I've never had so much fun as I have these past 5 weeks. It's been a blast. And to your point, the community, it's crazy as we saw some of the things that you ran into in the general the Gen Pop of our Telegram group. But there's something special about this community. And I don't know if you saw this, but you know, once a user mines an NFT, they can hold on to it, or they can go sell it on OpenSea. We have one community member that sold one legendary Sergey card, Sergey from Chainlink, and they put it on OpenSea, and it sold for 77.7 ETH. That's $30,000 USD at the time. And what did they do with that money? Well, most of it came back to the meme project. They said, hey, I'm blessed to be part of this group. Here's some money. And the stipulation was 10% of that goes to the original artist, Rect. We sent him 10%, and 10% goes to Gitcoin, which is a platform for, you know, funding projects and charities on Ethereum, and charities off Ethereum.
That's fabulous.
Just in the last 24 hours, we've had 2 more donators in the community, outside the community, and say, hey, what you guys are doing is awesome. I can't believe I'm doing this, but here's a bunch of ETH. Keep the magic alive. We're unlike a normal project because we didn't pre-mine, we didn't withhold, like,
there's no founder coins.
There's no founder coins. It was all just an airdrop, completely distributed to the early community members. So there was no dev fund. Like, we don't have a fund that we can pay developers. We don't have a fund that can pay artists. So we're all just kind of doing it out of love on nights and weekends. Just for the fun. I mean, it's not completely altruistic. Some of us hold a decent amount, but it's just amazing to watch people come together and work on something this exciting and innovative. And again, it's never been more fun to be in this space. I'm having a blast.
Wow. Well done. I'm very impressed. I'm going to email you off my artwork now. Please treat it carefully. You tread upon my dreams. And I thank you for your time, because I know you're a chock-a-block at the moment, but it's so exciting. I'm just like, when you sent me your calendar, I went, I'm there next day. I'm interviewing that man. So thank you so much. I will email you afterwards. And as soon as the video is up, and I'll write an article too as well, I'll copy you in on that. But Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you very much, Jillian. That was fun.
Thank you.